All right, I'm gonna look at all the old Jordans I found, and I'm thinking most of them won't be worth much because they're not in great condition. And I know people have been asking how much they can buy it for. I really don't know. I mean, if you want to offer me something, then great. But I've noticed that a lot of people online, what they do is they send it in for grading. I'm totally new at this and I don't know. So I was hoping you guys could help me figure out what to send in for grading because I got a bunch of stuff we can look at. So we'll look at it together and you tell me. I know they look at centering and all that stuff and the corners. And the ones that wouldn't grade good, there's no sense to send it in. So comment below and let me know which ones and we'll go over these together. So the first couple Jordans I got this stack of Jordans. I got actually stacks of Jordans to look at. So if you can help me look at these cheap North Carolina ones, I don't know if you can see, right? So we got this one, it's kind of, I don't know if you can even see, if it's not even clear enough to see the corners, I'll kind of turn it around. Some of these are duplicates. This one, you can see some of them are decent condition, like the corners. Some of them aren't. Some of them, it looks bad, but it's just the plastic that's bad. So it's not damaged, it's the plastic that's damaged, not the card. This one, again, this is the plastic that's damaged. It's not, the card is actually in good condition. Some of these look okay. You can see the corners at the top. It's pretty good. And then one more, this one. So I don't know if those should be sent in. They're probably not worth much, so I don't know if they should be sent in. The next ones would be like this one. And I know I would have to change. I think I did some research. I have to change to the card saver to send it in. So the ones that I want to grade, I can send it to card saver. This one looks not bad, right? The centering looks not bad. The corners look pretty excellent. But let me know. You know what's weird? The back is not centered. So that probably hurts big time. Yeah, the back got to be centered. As you can see, the back's not centered that great. These are probably not worth anything. These are some baseball ones from Upper Deck. What year is this? 95. It's probably worth like $1. But I know if it's not in good condition, you shouldn't send them in. So I don't know which ones I should send in, which ones are worth it. This is actually a checklist. So checklist, Upper Deck. This one, I remember being young, when I was younger, Stadium Club was expensive just to buy the pack. So maybe this one is worth sending in. I don't know, you tell me. This one, I think I got like 10 of these. These are probably not worth that much. I remember finding a bunch of these somewhere. I gotta find them. Oh, this, I remember being in school buying these packs, finding Michael Jordan. This one. This one is cool, but it's probably worthless. So 1990 hoops. Oh, I got another one of these hoops. I think these supposed to be worth something. The problem is they're not in good condition. So as you can see, I got these. They're not in the greatest condition. They're kind of flaking at the top. If you kind of look at the top, they're kind of, the paint's kind of coming off, but I got a bunch of them. So maybe these are just good to keep and collect for fun, but not really good to send in for, grading. Some of these are okay, I mean, but you can tell at the very top, they're kind of getting a little flaky. I don't even know if that's the term. Just the cardboard is kind of getting old, I guess, the paper. And then you got two of these Skybox. I remember buying the Skybox just to get David Robinson because I thought David Robinson was going to be like the thing. But I know Michael Jordan growing up was my favorite. And then Michael Jordan, and then I remember Penny Hardaway, and then Kobe Bryant. So I got a bunch of these Jordans. I don't know if these are worth anything, but the centering, actually this one is pretty good. The corners look good, the center looks good. This one, the centering is kind of off. This one, centering's a little off. This one, centering's a little off. I mean, they're okay, but centering is a little off. Centering's a little off, but they're okay. These, centering is pretty off, so they probably won't send these in. I don't know, you tell me. They're probably not even worth much anyway. I remember finding a bunch of these. Michael Jordan's Playground. I don't know if you remember these. These are kind of cheap. There's a bunch of those. And then, I don't know if these are worth anything, but doesn't matter because they're not in great condition. If you look at the corners and the edge over here, it's kind of peeling. This one, the corner over here is kind of messed up. This one looks okay, but it's probably not in high demand. This one, I think the ones in these penny sleeves when I had were younger were like the cheap ones that weren't really worth anything. So I didn't take care of them much, which I regret. This, actually there's a, oh, here, and then this one. There's so many. If you can help me and just tell me which ones, hey, do the upper deck one, MVP, that one's supposed to be worth a lot or something. I know they're not, but if you can let me know and just tell me, I'd really appreciate it because it's kind of expensive and it takes long to send these in. So if you can kind of tell me which ones to do, I'd appreciate it. Some of these are just like art. Pretty cool. Like this is cool. We got Jordan and Scotty. I feel like there's multiple ones in here. It feels kind of thick. Oh, it's just a thicker card, I guess. Man, reminds me of being young again. I remember growing up getting all of these. Ah, oh, this is one of my favorite ones, even though it wasn't worth much at the time. It's crazy how the action shots they got of him are really good. And the junker players, they always have like, you know, they're not really doing much in the pictures, but you know, I got a bunch of these same ones. It's just, I don't know which ones to send in. This one is cool. It's probably not worth much, but it's super cool. Blow that up and make a canvas. I remember these were cheap back then. This came in like a generic set, I believe, but I had 2 of them, not the whole set. And then I got a couple of these. I don't know if they're worth anything. The condition on these are actually pretty good. Even the centering on these are pretty good, but I don't know if they're worth anything. This is 92 Fleer. I bought this back in the day for 50 cents. You can see right up here, 50 cents. That's so crazy. It's probably worth $1. I doubled my value. How's that? Magic versus Michael. I remember these are easy to find. Oh, another one of these. This one actually should be worth something. I don't know why it's in a penny sleeve, but I remember Stadium Club, like I said, was hard to find, so, or expensive to buy. So hopefully, and then I got like 3 of these. Condition is decent. But these are like the cheaper Jordans. 2 of these. Stadium Club. Condition on this looks pretty good, actually. I mean, look at these pictures. These pictures are pretty dope. I don't even remember these that much because they're the cheaper ones that I got that were in packs that, I don't know. 92 finals. This is one of the easy ones to find too back then. Michael Jordan. I think there's a baseball one back here. Oh no. Shows him playing baseball, but this is just a regular card, Upper Deck. Oh, more of these. I hope these are at least worth a couple dollars because I got a bunch of them. Oh, another Stadium Club one. This is cool. Not sure it's worth anything. This is cool. And then another one like this. And then I think the ones that I really liked, I put in like some type of protector. As you can tell, the color of the protector is old. And the size of the card savers are different. But this one, centering looks pretty good. Corners are excellent. Even the back centering looks good. But I don't know if it's worth anything. Maybe get that one graded. I don't know what you think. This one was like one of those cheap cards that was a couple bucks when it came out. I gotta clean these. They're so dirty. Probably ruins the value. This one, Checklist. I think this one's not worth anything, but I just put it in a thing because I thought it looked nice. Got another Fleer Ultra. Jordan, another Fleer Ultra. The cornering on these is horrible. If you can look at this one, the cornering is kind of bad. See right here. Oh, I have a bunch of these. I don't know if these are worth anything, but I got 3 of these. All decent. Got this one. And then this one looks kind of old. Centering is not that good, but the corners are good. Not sure if that's worth much. What else? And then we got these. You can tell I put it in these hard things when I was younger because I thought they were cool, which means the packs for Flair I think was more expensive, but I got a bunch of them. Hopefully they're worth something. This one I think is worth something because I remember having a hard time finding these. I got 2 of them. This one. Ooh, I remember this one. This one I had a hard time finding when I was younger. Not sure if they're worth anything. The conditions on these are actually not bad. This on the corner is kind of junk right over here. A little junk. But a lot of these, the corner is not bad. This one, the corner is good. Centered decently, but there's like ink, red ink. And that's not added on there. I think just a cut of the card or whatnot. Some of them had color, so I don't know if that's going to be worth anything. And then I got a little bit more. I got this one I put in a hard plastic when I was younger, which means I really like that one. This one, so I'd have to change these to Card Saver. This one is in great condition too. Actually, it's okay. The back has a little flaking. I don't know if you can see it real little bit. It's the type of card, I guess. And then this is the one that's in okay condition that I posted on the other video. So I got these Jordans. Let me know, help me out. What should I send in? I got a crap load of Shaqs I saw. I'm a Shaq fan as far as now because he's funny, but growing up I didn't like it much. But I saved him because he was super good. So I got a bunch of Shaqs. I can do another video and you help me figure out what Shaqs to send. And then I got a bunch of football cards and a bunch of baseball cards if you guys can help me out. Okay, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.